It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas A&M's offense will get the first crack at it here. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Creates a little room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for space. It's Madison. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Did Beaver... Get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students. So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have controlled the sidelines in this rivalry for years. And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. What a terrible, terrible shame. So Texas's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the run, it's Madison. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Madison. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. The option look. Quick toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Those last 2 running plays went nowhere. At this point, you wonder if you just run it again, punt, and regroup. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's McCreary. Makes the grab on the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Got his man downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz. He sees it. And
turning it on. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 7 over Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. At the 35, he's open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week.
Now, you talk about a sideline that was jacked up, excited for the big punt return. And then, man, he makes the big mistake, puts it on the deck, and the momentum goes shifted right back to the other side.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it! And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. Texas A&M going up tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And he's brought down after a nice game. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he drops the throw. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, the Lone Star Showdown is among the most bitter rivalries in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The short hands, it's Avant. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why...
It's him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Horns are up, and the eyes of Texas are focused on building the lead against the Aggies.
And the Horns are capturing this momentum. Listen, a lot of angst, a lot of nervousness early in the game, Palmer, but now Texas in this rivalry game taking over.
Yeah, you're right. Hook 'em right now. They're just enforcing their will in this game. They're the more physical team at this point. Texas A&M, they've got an uphill battle here.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. On the one hand, it's good to get points, but you can't keep settling for field goals on these drives if you want to win the football game. Hauls it in. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Fires to the big fella. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 36.
That's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good job to toss. Out of bounds and avoid the loss.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football. When the defense knew that was going to happen, the incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, going up top. The quick out.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Wants to return it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Slater. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Makes the catch. It's Slater. And he'll be brought down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll try the left side. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he was flat, missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Lost, the defense is wide open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Madison. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. Wants to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Now from inside the red zone, using the quick game. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got room to work. Got enough for the first. Turns on the Jets. Chased out of bounds. What a big play there. They'll mark it at the 47.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He's got an open man. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32-29. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a field or the first down on 3rd and long. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.